did prefer things like the Varus and the Tristana. Gragas was the other one that we could think about in terms of getting it for empty, because Gambit, they put a high priority on taking that.
A little safe. It is tough to think because this is actually something I like. Stay up.
You kind of need a tank in the current meta, and Sion fills the roles of both. G-Rex, though, up against a Rakan, and when you think of mobility, like Ezreal was the other one that's a possibility. Not as lane dominant, and I set on trying to shut Logic and Edward down.
And despite showing, some different styles, G-Rex were willing to play pretty quick, but
She's received a lot of nerfs over the last couple of patches, and
themselves into fights at various times in the game, and they have a go button on almost everyone to try and start a pick or a team fight.
so here we are, beginning of day 3. If G-Rex do in fact win this game, they will be locked in as first seed, and definitely a huge advantage going into those best of 5s.
Have to agree. Also feels good to kind of lock yourself into the next stage of the tournament, but it can be as this wave crashes in. He's going to get some trading down. Looks like MT's here with the Predator pop. He's going to look for this gank here. Maybe a little too far forward here for Stayos. Has the flash. Gonna have to use it, but a great follow flash from Empty and just cleans up first blood. Now Kira is gonna flash in, pops the paddle star, but PK flashes out of the way. Flash picked up by Kira, looking to dive in onto Empty, but needs to land the bubble, can't grab it. And that's a clean first blood from G-Rex.
Really good start to the game from G-Rex. They end up going towards the top side of the map where Stasios does have the push. They end up punishing him for it, and Empty, great use of the flash, expecting Stasios to throw it out, and now Gambit looking for something in return.
Yeah, Kira looking, he's going to try and find a good dodge there from PK, but he is going to die to Diamond Procs. Nice answer there from...
Now looking for a gank in mid.
Coming back at it, doesn't have the flash, but Kira, oh no, portal jump, gets himself ulted, and that's a sitter for Candy to collect.
Remember that Kira...
Up and help PK out, who is maybe going to struggle after that trade kill. In fact, Diamond's back again. Stayos is going to start it up already, burns the ulti, Diamond over the wall as PK with no flash. He's just left out to dry. He's going to fight as best he can, sap the magic where he can. A great set of dodges, but not enough as Empty.
Comes Empty.
He's going to try and trade back in. There's the ulti, alley-oop towards the turret, not quite in range to get the hit, and the chilling smite channels the W. But
Falling behind Desire is kind of what you would expect, and you're still kind of looking at the poke strength, but this could be bad.
Edward forced a flash, that's Logic dead though. They split up, and that's going to give that first turret as well over to Stitch.
Ezreal kind of fell off in the meta as well, because often if you're in a losing lane matchup, you can rely on the late game scaling, but Ezreal doesn't have the greatest late game. He doesn't often build towards crit. Kira could be in some trouble.
But, oh yeah, that's a really nice Dark Spear! And the ulti enough to kill.
Thrown Zoe away and siege up towards the mid lane tower, but with the Sion here, it may have been enough of a turret. Never mind. 4 members, or 5 members rather, of G-Rex will be able to secure that as a trade for the top lane tower, and they're more than fine with that trade.
Right now starting the Herald, maybe thinking G-Rex were being caught in a back timer. But again, Kira looks for Candy, great bit of damage. Here's Empty, body slams in the block to follow up, but Koala maybe gonna catch him. Damage follow-up is there, Empty over the wall with the flash, and Kira is gonna go down. The Herald though did fall. Who is gonna grab it? Stitch gonna try and get them off the buff as he ultis aggressively forward and pulls back the feathers, doesn't quite grab Stayos on the end of it. It was Gambit that picked up the Herald, but I don't think they can get the eye.
It doesn't look like it, and this is what we were talking about. Initially, things looked promising. Stayos going in.
He wants it. Someone's going to try and grab it. Diamond also over the side of the wall, but I think it's just to their death. Stayos still fighting in the pit. Damage is there. Does flash over the wall. Edward burns his ult to make sure that he can get out safely.
The most tense Rift Herald fight I've ever seen. Oh, great flash there from Stitch. Just barely able to get away from Logic.
It's lost so long.
Rift Herald Eye, and it's gone.
All right.
Successful defense from G-Rex.
And aggressive when the moment is good, and their execution individually as players is very high. But they haven't gone like crazy mode yet in the games that I've watched. And again, Gambit's coming up, they play back, they land a start, they go in! And there's a recombo shutdown! Diamond Procs falls to Candy.
Another good pick found by G-Rex, and now they can start sieging onto these tier 2s. Gambit, all they needed to do was sit back and wave clear. They didn't need to try and find a pick themselves, but instead they opened up the opportunity for G-Rex to go for the play. Koala instantly in the best of 5s, which means that they'll obviously go up against the second seeds, since A, B, or C. And with the way things are going, one of them could be G2, but we'll see later on into the play-in stage. For now, G-Rex looking, and the consistent poke and siege that can come out from this Gambit squad could allow them to close this gold gap.
Oh, going in actually, Stayos in the front side, gonna tank some damage, but good block from Edward as the feathers fly out from ditch. Flank
It's
here
an
from
Maokai
PK.
flank.
Really nice angle on the ulti, but Diamond Proc, he's going to be the first one. He's going to cut them off. He might save his team. He flashes over his own wall. As Steos looks for the re-engage. Stopwatches as Koala takes a big chunk of damage from Kira, but they left the Scion out in the front side, and G-Rex swoop in for that kill as PK diving back in towards the rest of Gambit. Zombie Scion buying a bit more time. Drowsy onto Empty is going to move Kira forward as Candy is going to let the ulti rip. Needs to follow up the stun, not quite enough distance. While they're trying to run interference, doesn't have too much left on the cooldown side. He's going to pop the blast cone and just try and zone Diamond out of this, but he's walked back around. I don't know if G-Rex can really stay. The bubble from Zoe. Koala again, he's trying to keep Kira out of there. He ignites him down, he might get a kill. 1v1 versus the mid lane. He does grab it, Zoe dead, and now G-Rex re-engaged. Shut down there for Diamond, but 2 more kills over to G-Rex.
And G-Rex just keeps finding kill after kill. Gambit will successfully force G-Rex away, unable to find the fight, but here's PK on the flank again.
Another glorious angle here from the Maokai. Kira, maybe the first bit to tie it up. Both mates is going to get locked down. They need the jungler. They're going to look to take him down. Diamond will fall to Stitch as Stehos boosted into the team by the Gragas ulti. Candy dominating as Stehos goes down again. And G-Rex with the jungler picked off might look to chase more. They want another kill. They want Kira. PK finds the lockup. Empty able to grab it. And Baron's on the table. We'll see if they push or go straight to the worm.
G-Rex looking good in their first game of day 3. They were able to find themselves 3 quick kills as a beautiful flank from PK was able to set them up for success. The Baron is now in their eyes. 3 members of Gambit are dead. I don't know if they can challenge this.
Candy zoning. Has to be careful of Lodik, perhaps. The poke is pretty strong in these situations, but Koala going to come out here as well. Moves the shield back around. It will take a miracle steal here from Lodik, who doesn't even have his ulti. And that combo from Candy demolishes the Gambit AD carry. And G-Rex, they'll get themselves a kill, and they'll get the Baron.
An exquisite able to get out of it, but this really increases your chances of G-Rex making it to the group stage as well.
I feel like, you know, the flash was always there, and then there's almost a semi-rotating door of teams that come from the LMS and have kind of mixed results. G-Rex are looking to really put their stamp on the World Championship early on. They will take the turret. Khalil Wall doesn't quite cut him off a diamond, and they'll just dive into the front line again onto Stehos. PK pops the watch. Goes golden as Koala dives to the backside trying to find the carries. Charms up one, dances back around as Stehos rooted in place. Will be killed by Candy, who now goes godlike, and it's going to be a mess. A double kill for Syndra, who finally gets picked off by a zombie Scion. But Lodik forced to get away, does both of the arcane shift out of the root there from Maokai. But G-Rex, they're just going to walk it in. They've still got Stitch alive. It's 4 versus 2. The bot lane again trying to defend this Nexus.
G-Rex, they still have 4 members alive. There's very little that Gambit will be able to defend. The TP is going to come through from the side of G-Rex as well. They have their eyes set on the Nexus and first seed in the group.
Certainly only 2 turrets and are thrown away from taking this all down. Blake and Edward fighting for their lives. It's 10 seconds left on the nearest Gambit member, but it's just not going to be enough. G-Rex continue their rampage through the group, and they'll finish atop it in style.
Aatrox is open though. Instead, they're not going to prioritize it. They're going to take the time away from Vivid. We expected this to happen because of how... Oh yes, he is. It's the one pick you've always got to remember whenever Tahm Kench gets locked in. This was something that Vivid has played during the reg. I really love the pick. I think it's really strong in team fights as well. But by locking in the Skarner for Ranger...
Ooh, baby.
Oh, that is a Vel'Koz bot as well. We'll get into that in a second.
Ooh.
But the... I think the Skarner team and then just quickly take her out of the fight will be absolutely huge.
Are you serious?
Unipod on the Vayne as well. And I'm expecting this Vel'Koz to be in the bot lane. Cheetan, in their finals, ended up bringing out in game 2. And while he died, he gave away both the Camille and Ornn have been banned away, which are 2 of his most popular picks. And I reckon that they had the Fiora ready in case an Aatrox was locked in as a kind of counter. But now that they're forced to blind pick the top lane, they're going to go with something safe. They're going to go for the Scion. Something, you know, because they've got a bit of everything. They do have strong early game. They have some scaling on their side. I feel that you can very easily play around the top side of the map. we're going to see an answer of the Syndra in the mid lane as well. So he's very lane reliant, even though he did have some buffs on 819 where his scaling is a little bit better. His saw it in the last game, the first one of the day, where against a Zoe, if you just land that CC, you can very quickly get that burst down and set up for a nice easy kill. So Kaboom, early game, top side, Detonation focus me, mid lane, and I guess we're going to learn together what happens in the bot lane.
Certainly, this should be fun. As shoots on with the Vel'Koz, we'll move down towards that bot side.
That Vel'Koz does have in the laning phase. Now we see a gank up top from Ranger. Xantins gonna set that one up.
Heavy though, smelling it out, is probably not too far forward. Ranger with an easy stun after that flash, and that's a first blood for Aatrox.
And just as we were talking,
He does want to get the wave pushed into the turret.
I wonder if they're gonna look for a dive. The pings are coming through.
They are indeed. Steel gonna line it up. Sentient death's over, good flash. And now actually turret taking a little too far forward. Evie is taking it, but Ranger's up here again. Should be a freebie. Lands the E, looks for the stun flash. Auto there, grabs it now onto Steel. Gonna try and make it a 2-for, but Evie still living. They may have split focus a little too much. Sentient gets the knock-up, but a stun is gonna land in. Now Evie pulled back. The chains, not quite enough as Xantine's last auto does get the kill. World and barely enough extra AD.
And Detonation focus me. The value of the Soraka, but here comes Ranger. He does have the ult.
There's Flash Tongue. Yutapon knows what's up. He's going to get out as Vivid pops the heal, but Yutapon maybe a little too far forward. He's got no flash. He does tumble out, but he still gets down to the end of the Tongue Lash. There's the Devour into the kill, and Shoots-on able to grab it.
Great pickup there from Ranger and the bot lane of Kaboom. He didn't even need to use his ultimate because Riev was able to land enough stacks to set up the crowd control and find themselves. Oh! Vivid! He gets the turnaround. Really good stuff from him.
Gonna try and equalize a bit. How many times they're gonna do this for Xantines is just too big to really be stopped. Knock up, no flash. There's the Scion ult into the Decimate. It's all coming through together perfectly. And Detonation Focus Me finally shut it down.
So they keep committing to the top side of the map. Detonation Focus Me saying, we're good here, we're happy, we can just leave this one. And then here it comes. Vivid walks up.
Straight E, right? Yeah.
Assassinated. The reaction there from the coaching staff. Definitely frustration. And then Raka tried again on the Gragas. Unfortunately, yeah.
Ooh, great flash ult there from Ranger. He's gonna try and suppress him down, but still ults him towards Seros. Now Jinkato gonna move in, gets a shuffle, finds two with an knockback, and that's why I'm gonna make it a second. As Seros falls to Cheats-on from the road. Now Evie here, gonna try and get the snipe. Azir flashes out of the way and Evie straight into the wall. Flash in, Q does get the tag, but not the knock-up, needs to keep running. The view is there and Jinkato able to surf away to safety. A good barometer for how the team is doing, and given his stats that you just rattled off, I've seen that Kaboom are looking good so far. The Rift Toad that they got will convert into all three outer turrets falling pretty swiftly. They'll need a bit of extra work here on the turret, but that'll be simple enough as ZFM really hope to defend this. So that's 3 turrets to 0. And that climbing gold leads to Kaboom. Cheats-on looking for the 1v1, but a silence from Vivid again. Shuts it all down, and still the Vel'Koz almost gets it.
Really close silence once again, but now Yutapon, he's made his way bot.
Oh, really good angle there on the Scion Drift. Yutapon looking for that kill. Vayne, real good when she shatters the top laner. But here's Tahm Kench gonna try and turn her back around. Which buddy has he brought with him? No, another man got cancelled as Yutapon does collect the kill. Kind of the style that everyone knows in Seros is not having such a good game. And they invested in this Vayne, so Yutapon's back at it again. Gonna keep picking up the top laner if he can. Well done to Pop, but Yutapon gonna keep running for it. The chains don't quite latch. The Resurrect is out now, and Yutapon, this looks like an easy one. Stun into the wall, and there's the kill.
This time round, Kaboom are not in a position to be able to punish DFM. They will get a bit of vision around the Baron, but big mistake there from Xantins, overcommitting towards the bot side of the map. Allows Yutapon to just run down the lane, find another kill, and he's just going to keep ramping up. The QSS has now been picked up. Yes, it will delay the second major item, but it will make it that much harder for Ranger to lock him down.
Yeah, in general, Yutapon, there's a lot
to just push on the bot side of the map. Remember, he has the TP available. Evie didn't, so he was forced to group up. And now, Kaboom, they start the Baron because, again, Evie can't join this fight.
Smart use of pressure. It's only 3 in the area for Detonation Focus Me, and it's dying pretty quickly with a double mountain boost. But Steel can do just that if he can find a way into the pit. There's Ranger there with the ulti. They're going to try and shut it down before he can get in, but he pops the stop one. Vivid with the ulti there as well. Going to try and keep their hopes alive, but he burned the flash. He now can no longer get in the pit, but maybe DFM just want to find the fight. In the bot side, there's Evie going down to Xantines to the 1v1, but Seros with a big 2-man stun. Oh! Still there! Steel! He actually stole it! Kaboom have to be thinking, how did we let it happen again? And Unipon in to get a little bit of extra gold. He takes down Riev. And it's tragedy for Kaboom.
And once again, Steel does just that. He secures the Baron for Detonation Focus Me. He takes away the win condition, and Kaboom repeat history as they have their Baron stolen. Unipon level 15 on the Vayne now. He has 2 levels above Chitan. He has 2 items completed. And while Steel is massively behind, the big win condition of DFM is available.
Unipon here as well, can maybe get a pick off, but Steel, evaporates. That Vel'Koz damage, no joke, 2.5 items and counting.
So I think that's the important...
Have enough time to swoop in and take this. They have started it. Seros aggroes the Drake. And it should be a pretty easy cleanup here.
Look at Aatrox, look at Aatrox. He's in a flanking position. Kaboom could go for the collapse, but it is just a Cloud Drake, so it looks like they don't want to run the rest. Plans engage.
Yeah, don't have time for that right now. Oh, back around it. Very smooth from Evie, but only a Ranger they can maybe try and pick up here. Ults again. As Ranger, he's going to get knocked back around. Evie just chased in, forced the ult out, and then does get an engage back through. The ult from Soraka is big. Redemption are not going to make it there in time. And there's 1 kill done already. Xantine's maybe a little too far full, but Unipon knows he's got to play dodgeball, and that's a kill for Kaboom.
And you could see the struggles that DFM have.
Start these engages because they need to, but denied every time so far. And now Ranger going to go back around, find Steel. Ranger not that tanky, but not enough there as the damage is good. Evie just melts to the Skarner as Steel forced to get out there as well. Frontliner not so hot as Xantine. He's going to go in onto Unipon. Missed the next one. Unipon trying to dance around it, but he does go down to electrocute. And Kaboom, they grab a double kill for their top laner. They're going to try and grab more. Xantine wants them all. Going to force Seros to flash away. Evie finally back in the zombie mode. Is going to get taken down as well.
And initially that fight looked good for DFM, but then Xantins arrives and just melts through the carries of DFM. What a huge flank he was able to pull off, and Kaboom, they might not even need the Baron because they will finally be able to break into the base of Detonation Focus.
They're actually pushing all 3 lanes right now, trying to get 1 or 2 inhibitors. So Xantine will be denied, but Jinkato and Riev, easy enough for them to pick up. G-Time might need a little bit more help. He's going to call his teammates over as they do take the one in bot lane down. Xantine's rotated over, they'll take that. I think DFM are going to have to give up 2 here. Will do so as Kaboom finish off yet another inhibitor.
The damage from Aatrox.
Xantine's getting the bot lane minions pushing in, and Detonation Focus Me gonna have to find something. Looking at Steel with no flash to find a miracle angle on engage, and instead he gets chunked down by Vel'Koz.
The poke is strong from Kaboom. Their siege is even stronger as they have the Baron empowered minions following right behind them. DFM can't really find a good opportunity to engage. Evie's kind of looking for it, but look at Unipon wave clearing.
Yeah, again tonight, Evie goes in, gets ulted by the Azir, and just dealt the damage by the mages. More than enough frontline damage to go. Is Evie going to righteous Corey in? Gets the Q, gets a double knockup for his trouble. Pretty tanky there.
Which I think is good because we saw how good Kira was the last time that these 2 teams met up.
See also Urgot kind of getting that respect now from Gambit, and once again Plugo.
So I would love to see Gambit kind of imitate that style, given that Tahm Kench is currently available right now.
I think the other thing for me is that for KLG,
on carry, and you then have this suddenly terrifying backline threat that even against Desire would have a lot of lockdown potential, but right now they're going a bit against the meta. We've seen this pick a couple times. They've already got, but they're going to save mid lane pick for last. And it looks like they're going to go for a bit of a carry top lane.
Alrighty. Stayhouse again, we've seen a lot of his Scions, seen a lot of his tanks, but he is pretty well known for his GP as well. I feel like every tank top laner has got one carry, and for Stayhouse that is game flank. Oh yes! Draven Leona, insta-lock there for KLG.
So we talked about the Leona, wasn't expecting the Draven. It was a very aggressive 2 versus 2 in the bot lane, and So it's great in the sense that it should be fine in the 2 versus 2, but it also requires you to invest time towards the bot side of the map. And when you draft the Akali, you said it earlier,
Kind of on a level 1 invade now. I was like, what can one up a level 2 gank from Draven? We'll see what KLG do want to go for, but certainly expecting some fire in this one. Gambit, of course, Torrent hopes hang very much in the balance here.
has joined the fray as well. Here we go.
Oh, they actually are going to go in for it, but it's actually a 3v4. That's Edward zipping away with the ulti. Still no casualties. GP ult committed though by Stehos.
So fixed advantage. The Gangplank ultimate combined with the damage.
Oh, Edward, he actually just face checked, gets dunked, and that's the kill fix! Finds the cash in on Draven!
Such a big mistake there from Edward as he gives the kill over to Fix. Look at the goal difference now.
Kill on the one person that wanted it
That
most.
feels bad, man. All right, here we go. Plugo now in a 2v1.
Chained up, Diamond procs, ulti, good flash. Plugo gets out. They probably know Diamond is back in the area, so maybe don't
They're
make
going
it
for it.
2v2. Oh, here comes Nate. That's Diamond they want all along. The knockup is there. They're going to fly into it, and Tearwolf gets himself a kill.
Plugo doesn't pick it up, which is who... KLG now.
I'll call it worth.
Here we go. Edward going in again.
The combo ties up 2, good ulti, but dodged out by Lodic. Diamond procs down here to try and make it happen, and Fix just gets obliterated. TB in from KLG, it's Diamond, they're gonna try and pick off once again. Angle not great, and Diamond held onto his flash there. I think Nate was trying to predict it.
And I think the gank was great from Gambit, knowing that they went towards the bot side of the map. Edward still no flash. Plugo, though, gonna face check.
Trying to make the play, face checks though. Ooh, PE1 goes on a Diamond proc. There's the ult back once again, it's Nate. Kira maybe able to get out, but Diamond maybe not so lucky. Does splash out of the Cataclysm. And still getting chased. There's, oh my goodness, that ult picks up the clone. Doesn't quite grab Kira, but Nate, he wants it. He righteous score is in. He's flashed on top. He'll grab the knock, and Tearwolf sees blood. Nate collects it, and KLG continue to rack up kills.
And a lot of ease. I have been keeping track, and he needs to be a little more accurate on those skill shots moving into the game. The rest of the game, rather. Because the... Ooh!
Ignite down Kira. You can see it, but he's got no ulti and no
Ooh, Gangplank
flash.
ulti. Akali have seen a kill advantage go over to KLG. This isn't quite the lead that they wanted, as now they're forced to...
The gank is getting ganked and then re-ganked here. It's actually 4v3. Gamma rotate in. Recombo finds Plugo. Tearwolf is going to get knocked around into the bounce house on Lodic. He's able to take him down. He wants to kill. Good ult there from Lodic and the cleanse. He does somehow live. Extremely well played.
And Gambit are able to get the turnaround. KLG were not expecting Lodic and Edward to be there. There's the Draven ulti. Not quite enough damage to secure the kill, though. Gambit will pick themselves up a couple kills. They'll secure the Rift Herald, and while they lose the bot tower, they'll be more than happy with how that went out.
And credit to Gambit.
Now they're grouping up as 3. The Akali making her way
Oh,
there as
Slow.
well.
That's face check to LeBlanc. There's the knockup from Diamond proc, but Slow just going to go in. The upstruck proc. There's Edward again. Looks for the wraparound charm. Does get a few there, but the fight's still pretty messy. No one can really get a handle on the damage. Just Plugo able to sneak in there and maybe trying to assassinate Diamond, who flashes out away from Fix's ulti. Here's Stehos with a barrel combo. Made it look very pretty, but the flash from Fix will save him still. Predator pop by Diamond. He's going to run forward, but Nate will ward them.
Island to deal with like 3 members of Gambit. Trying his best to survive. And one of the big damages... Ooh, Gangplank.
Dunkaroonie, no flash. Tearwolf, oh no, has to be careful. Knock up. Everyone Diamond can maybe save him. Everyone wants to knock him. He found Fix. He's got no flash. Great slam, body slam from Diamond. And Rift Herald's rampaging in the mid lane.
And Gambit, they knew they had priority because the Rift Herald was in mid. KLG had no one there wave clearing it, and instead KLG, they took their foot off the pedal a little bit. I wanted to see Tearwolf just gank it a little more, but he was definitely...
Drake will maybe go over here, but Diamond Proc's going to make it theirs. Perhaps they're actually going to bait them in and try and find an engage. Plugo dives in and Stehos is low. They need to find the kill. Here comes Nate charging in with a Scion ulti. It's a trade already. Plugo actually dead to Stehos in the GP ult, I believe. So Gambit still feeling confident. Diamond Procs finds it all the way back, steals the Drake away. The fight's still going. Kira gets tagged by both ends of the ulti, but does not die to the whirling death. He just Fix, plays aggressive, pops that W. Again, still waiting for a good moment. Kira, though, a little too far forward. Shutdown for Plugo. Gets a big chunk of gold. Here's Nate rushing in, but Lodic ults out to safety.
So that's a good pick there from KLG in the side lane. We talked a lot
The game. Still hanging out in mid. Oh, good combo there onto the Draven by Edward, and that's going to be a kill. He actually picks it up himself. T-Wolf also going to melt as the duo collect 2 kills. Going to make it 3, a slow down, and Stayhos just parlays him straight in the back.
And there's no jungler available for KLG, which means Gambit can set their eyes on the Baron. Kira is about to respawn, but with Plugo, no ulti in his back pocket, I don't know if he can solve this.
Well, he's got flash, he's not on top of the ward, he's near his control ward. He might have to try something. Nate is just trying to get in and get aggressive, but Edward is going to just stop him off. Really not that much threat of stealing a Plugo. They're already going to dive in. Maybe he's going to look for the kills instead. It's kind of chaotic here in the pit. Edward is low. A massive decimate. They will get 1 kill, and Diamondprox, if they can kill him, that actually might be enough to save it all, but Logic is going to chase Plugo out of the pit. Diamond is low, but he's still going to flash to safety. Alive, still for a little while longer. The Baron does die. Logic able to put the last feather in, as Diamond does actually fall. And still they're going, but Gambit just need to get out. Stayhos is starting to mow down turrets again with the help of this Baron buff. KLG can look for another play. Kira almost gets a solo kill there on the left side as Teal is forced away from the fight. Gambit kiting back around slow. Doesn't quite connect that Zenith play. And now Edward goes back in for it. A good route from Logic started it off, but slow will fall down as Logic is now unstoppable. Plugo in the trap trying to get a counter kill pick off. Vix there just with an ulti, that's all he can really add to the rest of this fight. And by the way, Stayhos is busy cracking the base.
Gambit are just melting through KLG right now. Fix, he hasn't been able to impact the rest of this game outside of the laning phase, and while they're doing what they can, KLG, they need this win if they want to still stand a chance at the top 2 in this group. But Gambit are that close to securing.
Yep, again, they can get themselves out of here if they're able to grab it. 2 inhibs down is a very good start.
Their style. They've been much more aggressive in the early game. They drafted champions that were comfort picks for them, and they felt that they could get them.
They moved in further to the tournament. They were not happy with the MSI exit early on this year. If they can secure this game, they'll get yet another chance at a best of 5. But now again, they're good. Frizzy the play there. And again, gonna just dive straight back in there. He charms up all the backline, and Logic is just dipping away from all of the damage. Teal, he's trying to find the dunk. He wants the kill, but he will not be granted his wish. As Gambit kite around the tag. Plugo there with a shutdown, finds Stayhos. KLG, they're gonna make Gambit work for it here as Edward, the next one to be knocked up. Diamondprox stood aside. But Kira still threatening, does a lot of damage, dives in with a distortion, gets fixed down to about 50% HP, but it's not quite enough to get that next kill, and still they chase. Kira finds the slow, but Edward can't follow up as a good stopwatch there from Plugo. He's going to put him into stasis and out to safety. Kira, his clone, is going to get aggressive. That's going to force Nate to flash away as he looks to re-distort in. And Gambit, they're going to keep on the warpath.
While that was a solid team fight for KLG, unfortunately, the super minions were not on their side. They lose 2 of their Nexus turrets. They're likely going to lose their 3rd inhibitor. Gambit, I feel like they need to back away here as T-Wolf is respawning.
Yeah, it feels like 2 inhibitors.
It's a big part. And now Gambit just claiming control over the top side of KLG's jungle, getting all that deep vision in so they can look for picks, or maybe set up for the Baron. Here comes KLG though for that last and final
Nate
fight.
flying in there as Kira, dedicated to that controller, did manage to kill it. Now working on another one as Plugo might fancy an assassination on the other side. Kira already chunked back down as Edward moving forward to try and defend. Now again, gonna look for the bounce. A big bit of damage as the root from the Xayah. Wiz get on top of the first of the fight, and Fix, he's so late to this exchange as Logic is kiting out of the way, but still actually the damage is there. Fix might be able to fight his way out of there, but he's taking too much. Logic grabbing so many shutdowns, and Kira, he just went straight for the base.
Gambit doing what they can to end the game right now. Diamondprox just buying time for Kira to end it.
It was all a ruse. Kira, he said he's been off in the sidelines. He found his way in the Nexus, and he's going to slowly but surely auto it down and push Gambit onto the next stage of Worlds.
Then Alliance defeated 2 teams people thought Kaboom could never beat, so it could happen here again. First phase of bans are done, and we see a lot of focus down towards that support and jungle position.
Yeah, and I think this is rich, but if they don't rise to that bait, being able to take the Urgot or the Aatrox is just such a powerful pick at the moment.
Sense, which is absurd from a rookie as well, rookie of the split, no less, of the NALCS, is amazing. And Lissandra gives him the safety, as you say, to push, you can just claw right out.
You've seen one range support so far, the Soraka. It actually had a very good laning phase, but afterwards did fall off. That was from Vivid. So also the ability to go deep, to be honest, just because of the fact that they do have some fight-heavy lanes. But not going to be the case.
No, going to be all for the team fights there and setting them up. Sejuani locked in for Ranger here. We've seen him be...
To exploit these teams is by picking the heavy brawlers. If you've got an assassin and a bruiser top side of the map, Xin Zhao makes a lot of sense to me. Also can take it to Blabber. At the same time, this is a pretty standard draft coming out of Cloud9. You know, they round it out with the Galio. They have some nice team fight. They have some great backline initiation follow through. We sort of paired a lot with Yasuo's and the like in the LCK because everyone was just able to get in. And I think that that puts a lot of pressure on Kaboom because now if they mix execute once, if Galio gets in the backline, the rest of the team is going to come with them. And they don't have really an out-and-out tank outside of that Sejuani. So, you know, the likes of Chitan, the likes of Jinkedo need to be very careful in these 5v5 team fights.
Gonna have to keep protection on those carries. Kaboom, the only team to represent the Brazilian region at Worlds more than once, now going up against Cloud9 again. A team that has made Worlds since their inception in 2013. Being at the right spot is something you have to have here on the world stage.
Blabber liking this top lane, Riv.
Slowly coming in. Looks like they're going to get the force flash here on Xantins. He tries to get away from the terror, but he will not. Trying to flee in the right direction, but it's not going to help anyways. Blood in the water for Blabber and Licorice.
And one more time to see if he can make something work. And it looks like once again, Kaboom on the right page here with the gank.
Oh, what a dodge on the Glacial Prison. Gets the claw out beautifully, and he's going to be able to just sidestep any damage. That's Licorice absorbing the pressure. Cloud9 has control over Drake.
And I just want to juxtapose the ganks that came through. Blabber flashes to guarantee EC.
How to track this until they get to the pink ward. Not seeing him just yet. Zeyzal's going to kind of coin this, that C9 does have the pressure. 4 on the bot side versus 3, and none of them can see. Blabber's under the turret. It's going to have to be a jump out from Chitan, and now he's trying to get the safety in the brush. Shots onto Blabber, almost taking him down, but it is such a scatter from Kaboom as Cloud9 finally picks up kill number 1. Riev's low. Ignite takes him down from Zeyzal, and C9 put the pressure on.
Yeah, they're going to look to continue the first turret. Hook goes wide, but it still looks like they want to continue the pressure here. Very well.
What a hook from Zeyzal. It may not activate anything just yet, as they are also weary of where Ranger could be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at how low HP Sneaky is.
Oh, really?
It's just veterancy. That's map awareness for you.
Absolutely. Ridiculous.
Same time, they're cheating Jinkedo over here as well. This could still be a fight, Riv.
They're going to try to say anything you can do, I can do better. And it has not worked for the ganks. Nice denial of vision there. Jensen's just on the other side. He doesn't even have to use the entrance. There's going to be the hit. Passive shot. Does take down Chitan. And now they're going to be onto Rangers. He's just a little too far forward. It seems like they can get themselves into position. C9's happy with that advantage.
Yeah, very nicely done from Jinkedo actually to return that kill onto Blabber. So that means this turret's still going to be under fire. Jensen trying to save it.
I feel like that fight could come back in. Blabber on 9 seconds.
Could just be trying to deny the HP and make sure that they win out on this pushing battle, because as I said, the real...
Definitely seems like Kaboom has said we need to actually break these lanes as much as possible with the aggression we were feeling from just the bot lane and as well not being able to hit Licorice.
But Cloud9 have also done the right thing. They've said, okay, they're going to start jockeying for position. They're going to start trying to trade. We think that we outscale. We think that we have a good late game. So, you know what? We're happy with the trade. As long as we're going to maintain our gold lead, which they currently are, as long as we can continue. As you've got the map broken up,
there's
now
a
you
little
have
bit
Rift
of it.
Herald. You can try and take mid lane turret. You're going to equalize the gold. I think that was a force coming at Cloud9 that they didn't necessarily have, and it might also cost them a second turret.
Letting him know he's there. Licorice throws a Q in at Kaboom on the second tier.
Not the same as a fuel tank. That's a face check.
Let's see if he can make it out of this one. That's going to be the tomb down, and so is Licorice. He's going to make Jinkedo happy on that one, and the pressure finally pays off topside. 2-0.
Just respect the push and pull of the map. No control. They actually go for the fight.
Rinse and repeat onto Licorice. Tomb is in. They're going to get nearsighted though, so they may not be able to finish it. There's the Zanya's effect that Jat was talking about as well. He's able to live for so long, get the back line to the front line now, and they're going to be able to take out Ranger on the turnaround kill.
But the rest of the team is collapsing. This is still a fight, and Kaboom look like they want to take.
A great pinch now from the river. It's going to be Licorice on the other side as well. They have him in between. Chitan goes for a big hit onto Licorice. It's going to explode. Will he live? And Licorice stays alive. Just a sliver of health. Now it's Sneaky coming in with killer instinct to draw the attention. Blabber goes into Zhonya's, Sneaky tries to deny vision in the brush, and Blabber goes down. Kaboom is chasing Cloud9 back to their base, and Jinkato is looking for Sneaky in the brush. He finds the kill, and Kaboom come up huge!
And this is exactly what you didn't want if you're a Cloud9 fan. That means that the Baron is going to be up and available. 25 seconds still on Blabber, and this could be Kaboom's window.
Relentless from Kaboom, and as you said, a little reserved in their play to make sure it can come out right. The lengthy fights are going in favor of Kaboom here, and Jensen and Licorice now approach Baron. Ranger just on the other side for the smite secure, so it's not exactly the 50-50. Nocturne ult is down even if Blabber comes up in 1 second. Rehab close to going down, but he gets the shield and he's safe. That's gonna be Xanten's low, Cheaton low, they're all in the pit still. Licorice forced to use the stopwatch once again as Jensen starts to take shots. And they will lose Cheaton in that fight along with Xanten.
And they...
Quick hit. It looks like Jinkato's gonna live on this one. Jensen very low, but he stays alive. Blabber now looking good, and Kaboom is just going through the lineup. One fight after the other as C9 is not as ready as they think they are.
Yeah, one more time, that's a jungler for.
And on that last play, so it is going to be down to the wire here. Everybody has everything to use. Sneaky getting jumped on with rocket jump. And Cheaton is really starting to pull out all this stuff. They know he doesn't have jump, so Blabber wants to go in immediately. They say Sneaky and him can take him down. Blabber still has that stopwatch, but he's going to be suppressed and taken down. Fear Beyond Death. He's coming up from Guardian Angel, rather. And now it's Xanten's going to be taken down. Good hits onto Ranger, but he quickly Arctic assaults the safety. A chase from Jensen, and Jinkato is in their face.
They got him.
Blabber goes down eventually. Rehab as this fight is scattered, just finding members that cannot get out of the fight fast enough. From C9 onto Kaboom, and that is a 3-for-1. That Ocean Drake triple, getting him healthy. Jinkato from one side, he gets hooked. Zeyzal has been hitting all of the hooks, roping in Kaboom, and it is gonna be a 28-minute Baron for Cloud9 after taking down 3 members of Kaboom in an incredibly mid-scattered fight.
And we respect the poise of Cloud9 of just pinging back and pinging out turrets.
They know what they need to do. Avoid the fights until they find the one they want, at least right now. Cheaton and Jinkato. They were kind of the two we were looking at. With a Braum, a Sejuani, and an Urgot, did they have enough to power through?
Wasn't what Cheaton wanted. He dies at the start of it. He's got himself a last whisper. And there is still room for them to... Just like that.
That'll happen.
That's a bummer. You know,
Ranger make an interesting move here, but this extended
he
fight,
got out.
this is what's been playing in favor of Kaboom. Is this a little too far forward for Ranger, though? He's low, flashes, he's still in the pit, nearsighted, and that's Blabber going in. He wants to kill, but they're not able to get it right away as Ranger still gets the Arctic Assault over the wall. Great job by Licorice to follow on the teleport as well, and they pick up 2 kills onto Kaboom.
All of them have really hurt the Kaboom lineup, and Cloud9 just rubbing their hands together.
20 seconds left on those 2 death timers. Looks like this is all they will get for the mid inhibitor in Kaboom's base, and Cloud9 has a nice wave topside. They can start to escalate into the base. Flays him outside as well. Oh my God, Sneaky into the base! And it looks like the team might be able to save him. He's just on the edge of Lantern. Hook goes out, and a Guardian Angel. It comes up big, even if he would have went down.
And Riv, that is the League of Legends trust ball right there. Sneaky says, I'm going in, catch me, baby. And able to get back out successfully. Looks like they want the fight, however.
That's something the team had to come in on, and now Kaboom can bite back. How much is this fight gonna play in favor of Cloud9? 2 more down for Kaboom. 3 are now dead, and they're gonna get on to Xanten to make sure it's the ace and make sure it's the victory for Cloud9. Nexus turrets in their eyes as they start that push.
And you gotta respect the gusto. They go for the team fight. It does not work. Cloud9 gonna take the win.
Cloud9 again pushed back and forth, but not to the limits this time. Cloud9 in 34 minutes on the Nexus, and they take down Kaboom.
Because there's kind of 2 ways you go out with, the bang or the bang.
She'll feel good on that as they're looking at an Alistar. Going to be an aggressive bottom lane. Lissandra starts to get a little bit more playtime here in the world stage as Empty locks that in. Not that they want just yet. Skarner to lock in, as we've seen a little bit more of the Scorp that world as well.
And can actually come out so far. Maybe even more than I thought we would, because with the re-emergence of things like, you know, Olaf.
Stitch wants to go hard. You get a little bit more safety there because you're not going to be next to Tom Kench.
The top lane
is
kit.
locked in. Yes, it is.
Teamfights work, but does have some great protection, you know. Darkness coming through, stopping them. Build a legacy for themselves, at least in this early stages of Worlds.
And they're a lovable team, too. A very Cloud9-esque run where the first half of the split wasn't that good.
It's just aggressive.
It's a hard push up top, so it's going to be Nate down here with this fight as well. Can they actually get over there to help their jungler? Tearwolf going down very low, and it's going to be the TP in now from PK on the other side. Empty's low as the fight in the bot lane starts as well. We're coast to coast with the aggression here. Fix gets himself out. Nobody has dropped just yet, but there are slivers of health limping away. Slow's going to be the first one as that's given over to Stitch.
And with people like Lucian, like Camille, certainly going to be a good team to be able to utilize that percent out.
28.
Yeah, he's absolutely punishing this lane, continuing to harass, and they need a bailout, but unfortunately they're kind of still not level 6, and none of the action coming down here. Probably going to get worse, as they're looking for potentially a play out of the Shen as well.
Stand United comes in. That's not a level 6 on Empty, but he'll be able to make it in. Dustbringer. Really been able to come together after kind of...
Oh, the first kill. Don't do it.
Ooh. Gets him in. Empty rather trying to get out, but Hextech Ultimatum keeps him locked. Keep swinging.
Yeah, absolutely. Brawl heavy team, and Slow might have caught out a couple.
Slow doesn't have too much people around him even to start this off. Koala's going to get there real fast. Tearwolf said maybe a little too early. Plugo can't even join in, and he is devoured, spit out, turned into hamburger meat for Empty as they now pull Koala into the turret. Gray Health keeps him locked down, and they will solidify a kill on each side. This is so hectic, back and forth. Nate with the kick, and he does. Sweet PK off his feet. Another kill for KLG here. Candy looks like he could go down. Fix is in, and here comes Tearwolf. The flash is in from Plugo as well, and Distortion. What is going on?
And it's for Nate. He's going to get solo first turret gold as well.
Oh, does it ever end? The fuse is lit on the bot side. Stand United brings Stitch in along with PK. And now they're on to Slow. This guy just came back up off the butcher's table, and he's going to be put back down. Ultimate's not there. A teleport coming back in behind GRX. How deep have they gone as the flash in from Stitch? What else would you expect? Nate's now there to take down PK.
PC tank, no damage coming out there, so not able to pick that up. It's now fixing the top lane.
Lockdown. What can he do? Ultimate was just used on that wave, so he doesn't have too much to fight back with here. Candy catching Fix with his hand in the jar, and now the damage again onto Empty. KLG is not seeing these turrets. Every part of the map is theirs, and they will dive everywhere and anywhere.
They are playing fast and loose. They are also, you know, taking this one pretty seriously. Engaged in the mid lane potentially.
Oh, nice headbutt pulverized. Denial of vision by Empty, which is actually going to stop KLG from coming in, but they still want it. Trying to get back onto Fix. He gets himself and the culling out onto Candy. He gets himself into him, and Tearwolf is definitely down, smothered by 3 members of G-Rex as they now are able to turn onto the rest of the members of KLG. Safe.
And certainly will. Not going to be able to be caught up on. Has got a squad there as well.
No!
Look for the kill.
Wants to fight. Who would thought he was backing?
Fight. Certainly are avenues to the Stitch to be able to take this one over.
Abyssal Voyage top. Rift Herald is out. They actually will not be getting a second turret right away off of this. Nate gets himself to safety out of Hextech Ultimate.
Low lane. And that put a lot of pressure on Empty communication-wise, and certainly has risen to the occasion here.
Possible fight. Oh, they still want it. Knowing that Distortion is down, they can get right onto Plugo. Cleanse is there as well as Flash, but he still falls with Summoners. And it's now going to be Slow doing that very slowly to get out. Double kill going over. The culling. More so the tickling at this point. Fix a little far behind to be doing the damage. They do lose. Koala on the other side. Baron's been stopped right now, and that's going to be Tearwolf very, very low. Stitch is down. Huge amount of damage lost now for G-Rex, and this could be a fight turner. They also lose 2 more members, and now it's PK trying to get himself out alive. The Shen can't take this fight alone, and a huge play coming in from KLG when they know they needed to pull the trigger.
Riv, the wind-up, the throw, they go for it, and it is a touchdown. KLG now set their sights on the big purple worm. They might have just brought this game back.
Absolute caster curse on GRX. KLG come back swinging, and the Hail Mary is caught, as you said, in the end zone. That's going to be Baron, and what a swing of the game. Having the turrets in their favor already. Top could go down fast, but KLG maybe can take a breather here. It's going to go down fast, but they're going to be pushed out of this fight for quite a while. How many people can make it out with Baron channeling inside the pit? Slow He's gonna do a nice job of getting himself out. Nate getting that adaptive shield, but still goes down to the double kill of Stitch. They're trying to get everything they can off of KLG, and there's another Baron buff down. A triple kill for Stitch overall. No, that was the mirror, and there's the kill coming down. It was gonna be happening eventually.
Yeah, kills at this stage.
17,000 damage already coming in. 13 answered back from Nate. These two need to stay alive for their respective teams in a fight, or things go bad.
Yeah, and the thing is that Nate's kit really can shut down Stitches. They want another fight here.
Nearsighted, always trying to get a bit of damage on to Plugo, but it's on to Tierwolf to start. They're getting whoever they can, and they will be able to take down, it looks like, Slow first. Who's going to dive in to help him? Fix gets himself in a very close range for the Lucian, and then to safety, him and Slow, about 700 health combined. The Void hits, and Stitch needs one more shot. At Kathy and Rain not in range, but the Duskbringer is, and he is silenced. Fix goes down. Now it is Chaos Latin Gamers trying to answer on the other side of the map. It's always Nate, where heals of KLG. It's taking them a lot of time, but then they're kind of stalling.
Have a teleport. PK catching his wave deep as well. They're just trying to nullify the strength.
Predator in. Fast Scorp, and they're going to be right on to PK, a tanky member. Now a 3v2 rotation over, and a quick ultimate. The Paranoia locks down. As we see, that teleport did not go off. Now a bit of a fight on the bot side. Tierwolf getting a lot of attention here as he kept being pushed by PK in this lane. Will go down eventually. Is there another fight in mid lane? Of course there is. Slow and Fix trying to put this one down. Plugo over the wall, but can't get the kill onto Candy as Stitch follows back over to push him out of the fight. Plugo's distortion in, and Ignite is there. One last auto from Stitch as he almost goes down to empty, but he will fall anyways. Fix now running for the hills at for long. Yeah, you can get him under the turret with a taunt, but this is going to be a pretty decent fight if PK ever leaves those steps. Inhibitor is going to go down in favor of G-Rex. 29 minutes in with 38 kills on the board. The bases are finally broken. Right away, just above them is Nate. Teleports down, so everybody's here that needs to be here, except for Fix, quite far away. KLG is going to have to put themselves in a sore spot to make this happen. A great Pulverize coming in from Slow, but can they get the fight to count? It's going to be damage over on to Tierwolf. He goes down, so no smite for the fight. 4 members of KLG now trying to run for safety, and Slow is going to be devoured up, spit out, and taken down. Fix going to be the next one as Nate cannot help his team. Plugo's chains just not doing enough to bring the pain, and G-Rex can look for the base of KLG.
Yeah, this might just be the win. You could see that Nate wanted to try and impact that team fight, but wasn't able to do so. Whilst Plugo's grabbing a wave, there is one prepared earlier, and you can see they want to end it now.
Always having the Abyssal Voyage to get somewhere. Nocturne's Paranoia to fly across the map. PK, the Summer Split MVP for G-Rex. All around the map with Stand United, the global comp of G-Rex. Huge against KLG this game, and what a great game from both teams as G-Rex takes down the Nexus over Chaos Latin Gamers. Go with the Kindred, but the Kindred is left up, the most banned against Cloud9.
To me, really has made popular.
Yep. He's going to have some damage, and Sneaky locks in Draven, and Thresh possibly again for Zeyzal. He hits
Dead FM. They have to be the team that gets rid of the Galio, because you never want to be able to give Evie access to that back.
I'm sorry, for Vivid's pick for Seros. We know the karma, the Ziggs. He likes to go a little bit outside the box, but it's going to be very much inside the box with a power pick of Syndra to go up against the LeBlanc in the mid lane. A match we've seen a lot of times. I should say, allow Kaboom a game against Detonation Focus Me to get that second place in the group.
Yeah, as Zimmy and Shox for Dead FM, I think they have to be the team that plays this one a little bit slower and picks their marks.
A little aggression onto Seros, no mana there for him. Force the flash, cleanses out, the attacks come through, and it does come through for Blabber on the kill. And just say, no, I'm safe, I know you're there.
Potential gank coming down here, that's going to be the box out.
Got to get around the minions. Nice flash by Zeyzal to bring in Blabber. The hook to still be there. Udapon to the right side, going to force himself into the turret ring.
Smart move, looking for the rotation. They're actually going behind the turret.
And they will not give him a chance to get out of this one. They're nearsighted. Stopwatch goes down immediately, and now he's going to try to disdain to stop some of that damage, get the shield down, but it's not going to be enough. Detonation Focus Me focuses that top lane. And a quick clear to the mid actually allows mid to keep pushing. It'll allow bot lane to keep pushing as well. And they're going to try to trade turrets on either side of the map.
Yeah, I wonder if they continue to push through because
they
do
do.
have the 4. Cloud9 going for it. They don't even go for Rift Herald at this stage, Riv. And they're still pushing out the fact that they might go towards the base. No, that's actually a dead FM ping.
Another wave is there to actually bolster the casters that were already hitting this turret too. Going in favor of Cloud9.
Speed to go towards the Dragon, maybe go towards the mid lane, pressure both objectives. Overall, a massive win for C9. However, in the state of the game, the fact that they're trying to put together at the moment.
Jensen should be able to get a ward over the wall, timed very nicely, and they hit him immediately. The 1, 2, 3, and an assist across the board there as well.
Maybe that they need to speed up. They need to look to force around the mid lane turret. Mountain Drake going to help one more time. Anything that helps.
5 minutes, so we have some downtime as Baron may not get hit right away. Distortion over the wall, into Flash, into Distortion. Still in range. Oh, he tries to distort back. That is one of my favorite interactions. Raj out, and here is this fight one more time.
And just a bit of the dozy-do, Jensen. High mobility, burns the Flash, tries to get out. Does get spotted out here, goes back. Just a couple of U-turns. It's actually Seros that picks it up with a ultimate. That's 3 ultimates used. That's a flash out of Jensen. But I think it's the play after that that really hurts.
Advantages you were just talking about, Spawn. It's going to get Cloud9 a bit more comfort in movement, but Detonation focus, and they still want to start the fight. Big damage onto Licorice to start things off, but he may be able to make it to safety as now they're about to lose. Steel in the middle, he comes out of stopwatch, and it was Vivid doing his damnedest to keep Steel alive, but prioritizing the targets is Cloud9's beautiful job in this fight, and they were able to get the targets they needed. Now Seros could be going down as Jensen is in. Seros alive. Still throwing Ors back in from the side. Just disable, but that's Udapon going crazy. We talked about this, Ezreal not needing the safety of Vivid, not needing the safety of the rest of the team, and he's able to go off.
And in the end, it's a 3-for-3 in that.
The 50-50 is cut almost a little bit more in favor of C9. Steel's gonna get hit quick, but it may not deter him fully. Nice shield onto Zazel's hook coming in, and now Licorice and Zazel are pretty much in a bad spot. Steel a little too far away from the Baron to do anything, and it's gonna be Seros that's able to steal it from over the wall. I believe a scatter going through. Cloud9 left wondering who to attack, and they only get Steel. And
you've got yourself global ultimates. You've got yourself control of their side lane. Seros in some trouble.
Very low, huge hits from, that's gonna be Fear Beyond Death onto Seros. Licorice gets the kill. They are absolutely taking down Steel. He tries to flash to safety, but the Ignite is on, and he will go down. Evi swings backward, but he cannot sweep the rug out from under C9. Vivid and Udapon from the side doing what they can, but now they're stuck in a real bad spot. If Cloud9 can get back onto the kills, a flash and an arcane shift over the wall allows...
And to have their veterans stepping up, another face check coming out.
Big damage onto Zazel. He gets forced back. Evi's into the fight, and they're going to huge damage onto Blabber. He's going to be coming up from Guardian Angel. Nearsighted Zazel trying to get the attacks in as well, as you're going to be seeing the team come up. Steel still goes down. The Guardian Angel's not going to do as much for him, and it is just a wash here for Cloud9 as they're finding all the members they need. There's the cash in for Sneaky, and a huge fight puts them in front of Detonation Focus Me's base.
And we said a 5v5 would go in Cloud9's favor. Well, we just saw it. Sneaky on the back line, untouched, and clutch Zhonya's out of Jensen, and they can now push for the win.
Going to be on the inhibitor. It was a rinse and repeat. We just saw the team there as Sneaky himself took down the turret. Detonation Focus Me didn't want that fight, but it eventually came. Cloud9 was able to get it on their terms. Cloud9 is going to look to go undefeated in the group as they take down Evi one last time. Sneaky 5-1-5 to end the game after cashing right in for the Cloud9 team. The silver lining is there. 14-9, 36 minutes in. Cloud9 take first in the group.
And unfortunately for Detonation, actually have an impressive performance on it. Not going to be the case, and the thumbs up in multiple positions. However, they do get themselves...
And ladies of the bot lane, Kai'Sa this
here, and both of these teams kind of hinging on the mid lane picks right now.
Ball. Nidalee hovered here, 5 seconds left for Ranger in the jungle. He's going to get Nidalee played as he roams around.
Okay.
That's going to be a first, especially for the regular season.
Through a best of 5 to reach former glory. New roster, same storied organization.
Yep.
While Detonation Focus Me, they are trying to do what no LJL team has ever been able to do.
Good thing that Arcane Shift was down. That could be Cheeton going down very fast. They're still going to get aggression onto this Dragon. One more hit locks down Rhea, but that'll wear off. Beautiful Soul Flare coming in. True Shot Barrage almost takes down Ranger. He's going to have to be careful. No help for Riev. Level 6 is there as he throws down the ultimate quite late. It's not going to be enough in first blood for Steel.
Huge turnaround play there. It looked like they had all of the control mid lane. They walk it down to the Dragon, but one more time it's Cheeton, the inexperienced rookie, taking too much damage underneath that turret. Riev wasn't there to save him. It costs the team everything.
Seconds on that Infernal Drake.
And I think that's a good point, Riv, because he does have some good setup. You know, he's got himself an Alistar, he's got himself an Aatrox, but he just hasn't been able to find his way into the game yet. A lot of farming, that's an exhaust down.
Pretty grueling fight here for Xantis as he's getting walked around. The Patella Piercers into the Fear Beyond Death takes down Xanten.
And that is just Xanten's not respecting the unsealed spellbook. He didn't have ultimate available, he used it top. One more time. Really got to respect the patience with Dead FM that they played the map. You know, they understand that they've got themselves a gold lead, but their map is not in a great position. Unipod on the top side. So they just give up this Dragon for free, instead trade it for some vision around the Rift Herald. Presence that it gives you with the fear. It's just so unexpected at times.
Rift Herald, Detonation Focus Me. Looks like they'll be able to grab this. A little bit of presence from Kaboom here. Nicely done to knock Steel up, and they actually start to take control of the fight. Just a few more hits on the Rift Herald, but it's actually sitting untouched in the middle of the fight. Vivid's gonna throw on the stopwatch. Riev gets out of it. How is Rift Herald even still walking around as the kills start to go? Xantis and World Ender, but he could go down as he starts to heal a little bit. And they are starting to get the kills over off the Kaboom. Xantis now about to fall. One last shot coming in for Yutapon, and Cheeton makes it with a sliver of health. Feeling the wind of the True Shot Barrage on his back.
Yeah, Cheeton sneaks into that pit, able to get the Rift Herald. Something that Ravs talked a lot about was the ability to push up mid lane, control topside jungle, and attack top lane turrets for the last game. And I think that really Dead FM have read that well. Two-man Baron now starting up, and they have no idea this is happening.
Good defense on Evie. He's big enough to help do this right now with Righteous Glory and the help from Black Cleaver, shredding it
They
down
don't know.
to two-man. Wait, it's going to be a quick walk over here from Xanten. He'll have a ward to throw down. 18, it just came back up, so he throws it in. It's all the way across the map as Ranger, so there's no smite there. Xanten's can't put himself in the Baron pit, and that is Baron at 20 minutes on the mark for Detonation Focus Me.
If you have all of the favors in both sides, sure, they're losing one lane of farm, but they're winning on two sides of the map.
I wonder if we even see Xanten's come back. They may say stay for one more. It's gold we need, but is it the pressure you need? Is it going to pay off? Detonation Focus Me now waiting for a wave. Not too much clear can really come here from the squad unless Jinkato starts throwing those orbs out, but baroned up minions are going to be very hard to clear. Turret's down to half health as now Abby's on the bot side. Back goes Xanten's, and Kaboom may need to fight or watch their inhibitors go down.
And the big thing as well is there's an objective to retreat to, so they can just take this mid lane inhibitor. They know there's not going to be any vision around the Infernal Dragon. They can finally equalize, or they can just continue the pressure and try and take down number 2.
What strength for Detonation Focus Me from the LJL. They have tried year after year, but came up short in the playoffs now. With their first representation of Japan at the world stage, they're gonna try to end it on Kaboom, but Kaboom goes in to start it off on their own terms. Riev close to going down, and he will fall. World Ender's there for Xanten's, but he's gonna come up short, and the team may lose him as well. Cheeton gets back to safety. 3 members of Kaboom alive may be what they need to stop this game from ending, and Detonation Focus Me is looking for the Nexus.
And Vivid is absolutely popping off right now, able to land a 4-man ultimate. They send their top laner back. He's teleporting in. They want to end the game now.
Phantom Braum spawn. He's bringing in the presence. He's bringing in the safety. Happiness for Detonation Focus Me as they take down the first Nexus turret. 7-0 in a statement game as they look to break the tie against Kaboom Esports. And they will take down the Nexus, taking second seed in Group C.